Have you ever been to the eastern part of Nigeria? Well, whether yes or no, let's go to Enugu State. Follow me. We are about to prepare Abacha and Ugba. Yes, so you heard me right. So the first thing to do is to wash my omo. I'm not using dry stockfish or okporoko. I'm using omo for my Ugba. So I added my seasoning cubes, salt, and fresh pepper and onion. I'm just going to boil this and allow it to cook for some time. This is really very hard. So the first stage of cooking was done, and I added more pepper, green and red, then some crayfish. And here I'm washing my fish. Of course, I'll fry my fish. I started refreshing myself a little before I start frying my fish. So I'm putting in my fish and I'm going to fry it. I'm not on any diet plan at the moment, so I'm allowed to fry my fish. You can put it in the air fryer if you want. UK weather has changed. We now dry inside the house because it keeps raining like every time. So this is my garden egg, or what we call anyara. I'm going to chop it into some bits, cut my onion as well, and keep it by the side. The next thing to do is to cut my pomo or kanda and also set it aside. This is going into the ugba, so I'm cutting it really small. Well, not really small, but a bit small. This is my ugba or ubaka. I'm rinsing it with hot water. Then I also set it by the side. Then the next thing to get ready is my potash or akao. This is already in powdered form. I'll just put a little bit of water. This was water. Actually, we did it and put just smaller amount of water. I will sieve it because it's really sandy. Look at that's a lot of sand and particles. So I sieved it 2 times and I also set it aside. Oh yeah, now let's fry our ehuru and pepper. I don't know what this pepper is called, but I think it's just normal dry pepper. So I'm frying it without oil, or I'll say I'm roasting it. When you start releasing, all the aroma that will make you cough and sneeze. So I've just blended the ehuru, and that's the pepper I'm pouring out at the moment. Next thing to do is to wash my abacha. This water is not so hot. If you notice, I didn't boil water. I just put running hot water from the tap. I didn't soak it. I just put it, poured it over it, and sieved it. That's it. I'm sure you don't want your abacha to be too soft and soggy. Okay, let's refresh again with this ginger drink. This is my motivation. So now I've dissolved the oil and I'll show you all my ingredients: my oil, my ugba, salt, ehuru, pepper, pomo, akamu, potash, pepper, crayfish in that container, not seasoning, the abacha and ogiri. This one, it smells so, but it's very good in your food. So I'll put in my oil and begin to add all my ingredients. Please, I'm just using the cooker top. It's not on. I'm not frying the abacha. Nothing is on. There's no fire under. It's not burning. So I'll mix my potash just to curdle the oil a bit and to change the color, I prefer the abacha oil being a bit loose because I don't want it too curdled up. So here I've added my ogiri. So the smaller pot I'm using to do uba, and the bigger pot I'm using to do the abacha. I'm putting in my crayfish and everything. Just enjoy the ride. I've already shown you all the ingredients. So while I cook, let me tell you about myself. My name is Sally, aka Monachi, aka Oluwadamilola. I have 3 names: English, Igbo, and Yoruba. My both parents are Igbo, but the Yoruba name is a mystery. Now, I grew up in Enugu. I was born in Enugu, and I grew up in Enugu, and I am from Enugu State. So when I tell you to learn my recipe, please learn my recipe. Oh, I'm not copy and paste. This is my original recipe. So for those that are not from Nigeria, Enugu State is in the eastern part of Nigeria. Yeah, that's where I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. So basically, I've circulated around the east a lot. I did my primary in Enugu State. I did my secondary in Imo State. I returned back to Enugu for my uni. And then I did my youth service in Ebonyi State, have you seen? And then afterwards, I just remained there. So I tried so hard not to go really local and not to give this abacha a chance to be like Yankee abacha. No, I wanted it to be strictly local abacha. It's actually hard to really complete your local dish here without one defect because sometimes you don't just find all everything you need to have a perfect meal. Of course, I tried so hard, but there was still a defect. I didn't find any vegetable. I didn't find at least ugu. No, at that time I needed it. I didn't find otazi. I didn't find garden egg leaves, akukwanyara. Like nothing was there. I didn't even find spinach at least to cover. So I just had to do without it. See how this abacha is looking. Don't you like it? And I believe me, it's not just the looks. It tastes absolutely amazing. Like so. I don't know. I wanted to say so beautiful. But the taste is so fantabulous. It's so, I don't know, it's really good. Sincerely, like I promise you, if you follow this recipe, you're going to get a perfect butter. This is not copy and paste. This is good recipe that you can try. Okay, so I've just served it and watch me intimidate you. So it is time to serve my client's order, not my real client. The guy bribed me to make this food for him. He bought all the stuff I used to make it. But of course, I have to eat now. Let me cook am with my own hand, waiting. So I've just put everything. And I remember this is a pepper person. So I had to add extra pepper for him. And that's it, guys. Voila, the food is ready. Please like this page. Okay, bye.